stream.
Did you have anybody on YouTube?
What's that?
Did you have anybody viewing on YouTube?
Yeah, on the last stream there was at least one.
Cool.
Cool. So actually, I might shrink my face so I don't take up the video. So yeah, welcome everyone. We're streaming the live stream, and we're going to be commenting the whole time on this Nvidia announcement. I'm here with Reed.
2 years.
Yeah.
Been waiting on this for 2 years.
2 years.
I got my 980 Ti.
Yeah. It was really exciting because the jump from the 7 series to the 9 series was huge. And I actually wasn't expecting as big a jump from the 9 to the 10 series.
But the 9 to the 10 was bigger, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the 9 to the 10 was bigger. So this...
Yeah, it was one of the biggest ever.
So we're obviously expecting this announcement to be the 1080 Ti. Obviously, it's been pretty much leaked everywhere. Some people are expecting other TIs, but I'm super skeptical. Yeah.
It says the ultimate Ti, so.
So we can
see. The ultimate, you know. Does it say the ultimate GeForce or just the ultimate Ti? It wouldn't be a Titan if it was. GeForce isn't Titan, right?
No, it said the ultimate experience. That's what the website said.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, I mean, open up the other one. GeForce.com. Live gaming celebration. Oh, they've just got the plugin for it. Oh yeah, because it's changed. The countdown's already over.
They are. Hold on.
But we don't get to see all the chat over there, so we want to see the chat and see what people are commenting on. We're going to be commenting on it. Yeah, it's basically comments on comments.
They are 12 minutes behind.
Could be technical stuff, or it could be they're just hyping, waiting to get more people on watching.
Yeah.
Because literally in the last 12 minutes, it's gone from what, like 4,000 live people watching to nearly 12.
Yeah. Started at 1,000 2 hours ago.
Yeah, and there's been people just sitting in the chat waiting. Nightbox just waved. Nightbot. Oh no, Nightbot. Is that a legit bot? No. Yes. So, from the leaks that I've seen, the current Titan XP or Titan X Pascal is 11 teraflops, and the 1080 Ti is meant to be 10.8 teraflops. So that's not much difference at all from the Titan. I think it's an even smaller gap than the previous Titan and 980 Ti.
They said Titan XP Ti.
Yeah.
14 teraflops.
I don't think it's worth making anything bigger than the the Titan, because there's just no price range for it. If you're gonna get something better than the Titan, you're a developer and you're gonna spend money on a Quattro system.
Yeah, Quattro's the full chip.
Carrots. While I'm waiting.
Everybody's getting timed out. Banned, timed out.
Yeah, because they're all spamming us.
15 minutes late. Volta, please. It would be nice for a Volta announcement, but I don't see it happening. It'll probably be this time next year. What do you think?
Probably.
For the Volta. That would be nice to go ahead and get that out of the way with high bandwidth memory and shit.
Yeah, really they do need it. The high bandwidth memory stuff. Because they were expecting that on the 10 series stuff.
I know. I was let down, and I was thinking, I was just going to wait for the HBM anyways, probably.
Because that's going to be a huge jump in performance.
Yeah, and Vega's coming out with it. They got to compete with Vega. So.
Well, that's it.
And Vega has the HBM2 already, which is a lot better than HBM1.
Because wasn't AMD actually in the development of HBM?
Yeah, AMD was the first to do it.
Yeah, so if Nvidia doesn't get on top of that, that could be the part where AMD really does push some boundaries.
People, they're already saying that the new Vegas could, for $400, could beat the 1080 Ti.
Wow.
Yeah. For $400, and you know that 1080 Ti is going to be at least 700.
Yeah, man. It's good to see AMD making a comeback.
Yeah, it is nice. It's been a long time coming.
I used to be an AMD fan back in the 2000s when the Athlon series came out, and they started the dual core, and they had triple core stuff when Intel was still just doing a single core hyper-threaded on the Pentiums.
Yeah, dude, I started out in 1998, I believe. I was like 10 years or 11, maybe 12, probably
like
11.
A Pentium 2 or something.
We had 486DX processors that were like, I think, not even 100 megahertz.
Oh, they would have been 100 by then, by the late 90s, because
let me see.
I had a back 95 or 96. I remember my dad brought home our first desktop PC. We had a couple of laptops at home, but our first desktop PC with Windows 98. It had a Pentium MMX at 100 megahertz. And I remember this because it was huge. It had a 1 gigabyte hard drive.
Wow, yeah, that is huge, dude. I couldn't afford all that, but the 486DX, yeah, it's like 50 megahertz. So I was still on old technology.
Well, this was brand new in like 96, I think.
Yeah.
96. And we still had like a dot matrix printer. So that's what's funny. With the strips down the side where you tear them off on the paper.
Yeah. Then I had a 28.8K dial-up modem.
Dude, we had 56. That when it dialed up,
super slow.
It dialed up at 48. When it came up with the alert, you're now connected at 48 kilobytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup is, Ree. I don't know if it's just hype, they're trying to hype it, or if there's technical difficulties.
I waited a good half a decade to get broadband.
Yeah, I remember the dial-up days.
And the DSL wasn't that fast either, or ADSL or whatever they called it.
I remember, I can't, because I remember the first time people started calling it broadband, and it was like 128 kilobytes was like the cool thing.
Yeah.
And then if you were really lucky, they had
13,000 people almost.
And then cable came out, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because cable was like 1 meg or something.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, 1 meg." Oh, that was just way too expensive. And we were a bit behind then because, we were all going through high school.
Yeah.
So, my dad was working full time, mum was part time. And we just couldn't afford anything other than like the basic dial-up internet. Did you guys
every time somebody called it disconnect? For me, anyway. I don't know if that was for everybody, but
well, if you picked up the phone, all you heard was static noise, like
yeah. So
I don't think you could use it.
You heard it dial up every time. Kids nowadays, though, won't know what the heck you're talking about.
I know. And that's what I'm thinking. When I have
What
kids,
is
they're not going to
dial-up?
know anything, man.
Yeah.
All this has happened in our lifetime.
They're not going to know Mario Brothers, old school games, Double Dragon.
Well, like the internet was in, well, at least the World Wide Web was invented, was it like 88, 89?
I'm not
Yeah, I
sure
know.
when, but it was not sure when. It was a popular thing that, and like started being popular like in '98, like 90, around there. Like there's AOL was the big thing. Well, you didn't have AOL, did you?
No.
That's American Online. That was a huge thing here.
Whatever, Ree, you know I'm streaming. You're just stream sniping, that's all you're doing. Oh!
Yeah, Reese got it.
Volume.
That drops out, yeah.
Music's up.
Is it coming? I don't have anything.
It started.
Oh, there we go. Mine's late.
Here we go.
Oh, this is awesome.
It should have like a disclaimer down the bottom saying all this graphics was produced on the 1080 Ti or something.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm liking the music though. Should I crank it louder?
Would you get nervous if there was like 13,000 people watching your stream?
Probably, yeah. But at the same time, you can't see them, and you're in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
I've done gigs in front of 1,500 people live. That's nerve-wracking.
That's pretty. I bet.
I'm gonna bring my chat up on the screen somewhere. Nowhere to put it though. Whoops.
They got the hypnotic music going.
Yeah, it's like some old school techno from like.
Yeah.
I might do. That.
Look at all the freaking admins, dude. Wow. Admin only mode.
Oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nvidia founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
Did you start breakdancing out there?
Yeah.
Woo! Hilarious.
All the nerds.
GeForce gamers, welcome!
Woo! Welcome everyone.
Everybody, welcome to San Francisco. Welcome to this year's GDC. Are you guys ready?
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get started. PC gaming is thriving and growing.
It is.
There are now 200 million GeForce gamers all over the world. In the last 4 years alone, Steam gamers grew 4x.
Wow.
That is spectacular growth. One of the reasons why PC gaming is growing so fast is because the technology keeps evolving. It's an open platform.
We don't have HDR.
Developers keep coming up with greater and greater production value. The special effects that we add to the games
we don't have
are more and
HDR
more
monitors
interesting,
yet, do we?
and the technology keeps advancing. From shaders to higher resolution to
I'd
HDR.
be interested to see if this card has HDMI 2.1 though.
In just the last 5 years, technology has increased in capability by a factor of 10.
I don't know.
Because
This
HDMI
ability to
2.1
innovate and continuously
has like
evolve
up
the
to
PC
10K
platform is
at
one of the reasons why
1440.
PC gaming is so vibrant.
10K at
Another reason,
440 hertz.
the different ways that
You have to be playing
developers
an old
and
game
game
to play
makers
that.
continue to innovate on ways you play.
And have to have
starting
8K
with
monitor,
first-person
which would be like
shooters. We moved to
Yeah,
the
real-time
band-
strategy
the
games. and
bandwidth
now
on
we have these
HDMI 2.1
amazing mobile games.
compared to
Esports
HDMI 2 is like 10 times.
has become one
ridiculous.
of the major phenomenons in entertainment.
MOBA games, man. I don't like MOBA games.
There is no question in my mind this is going
Well,
to become
the Paragon game I
largest
downloaded wasn't too bad.
sport
What do
on
you
the
need a
planet.
1080
Today,
Ti to play a
there are
MOBA
100
game?
million mobile
I
games.
know. You play that on an old
It
ass
has grown
laptop.
a factor or two in the just last 2 years. That doesn't even count all the people that spectate.
Get to the good
Just
stuff.
as you know, not only is it fun to watch, not only is it fun to play, it's fun to watch.
The
Number of people who watch other people play video
Oh, of
games
course they do.
drag it out.
on YouTube and
That's
Twitch
why we're here to
has
make it
now reached
interesting.
600 million. 600 million, growing 50% a year.
Over 9,000.
PC gaming is vibrant. PC gaming is thriving thanks to all of you.
Some guy says 1080 Ti 799.
Incredible,
99.
incredible to be part of. And that's what drives us.
Yeah, I want a 1080
Our
Ti
mission
step-up program.
is to
That's
serve
what I'm
you.
hoping they announce.
Our mission is to serve you. We dedicate ourselves
980
to
Ti
creating the
step-up
world's
program.
most advanced gaming platforms. 9 months ago, we
Restart
revealed
snoring.
Pascal, the most advanced GPU we've ever built.
9
the
months
best
ago.
graphics processor the world's ever seen.
Is
and
it
the
really
results
9
have
months
been
ago? Holy
fantastic.
crap.
It is a fantastic graphics card. I'm so proud of everybody that worked on it. And today we're announcing, well, it is the best graphics card in the world. You guys know that it's the best graphics card in the world. It's the best gaming graphics card in the
Until
world.
Mega comes out.
Today we're announcing that it is going to be effectively, immediately, $100 more affordable. So that more of you can enjoy the world's best graphics card.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
$499
drop.
for 1080, dude.
Well,
Oh,
of course
shit.
they have to. They've got to compete with AMD. I wonder what that's going to be in.
Well, thank you all for coming.
That's a
So-
good price cut, man.
What's that going to be in Australia? That's what I want to know. I don't give a crap about
Several
your
months after
US
we
dollars.
announced the world's best gaming card, a giant leap from anything that the world's ever seen, we introduced the Titan X.
Oof. That'd be about
Titan X
$699.
Is the best
$700
graphics
bucks.
card money can buy. It's
Apparently.
for people who just absolutely need to have the best. They want the best. They need the best. The resolution of monitors
They don't need it.
the
They want
absolute
it.
highest,
Huh.
and they have 2 or 3 of those.
You're going to get a
monitors.
Titan X.
They just need to have the best.
You just
They use it
have
play
to buy
games,
two.
They use it to create movies.
honestly.
They use it to render films.
If you have the money for one, you're
all
going to buy
kinds of
two.
things.
Otherwise,
It is
you're
the
better off
single
getting 2
most
TIs
advanced GPU that we have
than
ever
one
created.
Titan.
People have
Way better price and
called it
performance.
the king. And today,
But that's just my
just
opinion.
so that some of you, more of you, can enjoy this incredible graphics card that is relatively hard to buy. There are going to be 5 lucky winners in the audience.
Damn.
Did we count?
Yeah. Do we count?
There are going to be 5 lucky winners in the audience. So as it turns out, there's now a black light that's shining on all of you. If you could hold out your card, in fact, the winners already have it on your card, on your badge.
Oh, man.
And it says, what does it say? What does it say? Does anybody know? It says for the win. FTW. Who's got an FTW? Stand up.
For the win.
FTW.
No,
FTW.
that was you.
FTW.
Damn it.
Where else?
Yeah, EVGA promo. FTW.
I see 3.
Yeah.
There are 2 more.
Somebody's nervous. And
They're
wants
back
to-
there. Okay, you guys, you
Put this
have
in the
just
background.
won a
Props.
brand new Titan X.
Props in
The
the
best
background.
graphics card money can buy.
Dang. And he's a console gamer.
Yeah, he's got a Switch.
All right, I got some other things I got to tell you.
Damn.
He's got a Nintendo Switch.
I got some other things I got to tell you. All right, everybody settle down. I got a few other things I got to tell you. So as you guys know,
AMD is
one
kicking
of
our
our
ass.
goals is to create cinematic
Yeah.
graphics in real time.
We need to
When you
get
take
our
a
ass
look at movies
in order.
today, when you take a look at movies today, It's not just computer graphics, shaders, and geometry, and lighting and
You're
shadows.
dragging it out now.
In order to make the cinematic experience realistic, it has to obey the laws of physics. Before you render it, you have to simulate the world.
This stuff's fun to watch
Simulation,
sometimes.
Physics simulation,
Simulation,
environmental
rendering.
simulation, and computer graphics rendering go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
Death Striker.
In order to
We are streaming a stream.
That
This is
experience, in order
Inception.
to create the type of images that you see, supercomputers are
Ree's
used
like, is he the new
to
Oprah?
simulate the physics of the environment, and then using the same clusters, massive
snap.
supercomputers, they render each and every pixel slowly and meticulously so that it generates these beautiful cinematic imageries. Well, we've been challenged to try to make this in real time for quite a long time. And one of the things that inspires us is to create this experience so that you can enjoy it in an interactive video game. And that is the soul, that's the reason why we created the Nvidia GameWorks Studio. Over the last, coming up on 10 years, we've dedicated some 500 engineering hours to create the world's most advanced real-time special effects engine. It basically broken down into 3 major categories. The first category, of course, is simulation. Excuse me, rendering. That's about lighting.
Yeah. It's like,
Everything
what?
looked backwards from up here, just so you know. It's about lighting, it's about shadows,
Looks
volumetric
backwards.
lighting,
It's
advanced
simulations in
lighting
the
techniques,
middle.
Yeah, I know.
shadows, all kinds of interesting shadow effects, because as you guys know, rendering shadows is really complicated. And without shadows, you simply don't have that sensation, that feeling that it looks real. Soft shadows, contact hardening shadows, self-casting shadows. Your hair casts shadows on all the other strands of hair. When you look at grass is rendering, not only is it green and it's waving in the wind, it's also casting shadows on itself. We also want to create the sense of photorealism using a technique called global illumination. With Pascal, we introduced the idea of simultaneous multi-projection, the ability to render into every single direction, 6 different directions at the same time. That ability allows us to create a type of global illumination effect acceleration called voxel-based GI, VXGI. We also use that technique for voxel-based ambient occlusion. All of those advanced rendering techniques are embodied inside our rendering engine. We also created the world's most advanced real-time simulation engine. They're particle systems, they're fluid systems, systems that allows you to simulate rigid bodies.
And then AMD
Simulation
made
engines
one
that allows you to simulate
that was
fog,
open source.
air, turf.
Yeah.
And
Balls.
all of those techniques, as you can see, unifies both the simulation, the physics simulation of it, as well as the rendering part of it. We combined it into one single engine so that we can create these type of special effects that you guys see in cinematic films. The amount of computation necessary to do so is really quite extraordinary. In fact, it's a supercomputing problem. And that's one of the reasons why
The next
film
generation of
studios
hair
use large
works. You
clusters
can now feel
I
the
read
hair
that
in your
to render
mouth.
film. It is the single most expensive thing they do. It takes hours to render each frame, and it takes
And it
solid
grows
years
in real
order to
time?
create the entire film.
The hair
Animating
grows in
it,
real time.
rendering it, simulating
Can
it,
it simulate me a
making it look
girlfriend?
beautiful, of course, and of course, making it telling the story is incredibly computationally intensive.
Almost.
And now we're going to take the whole thing into VR. Well, when you go into virtual reality, you want a sense that everything is behaving according to the laws of physics. When you touch something, there should be sense of collision detection. When you use water, you should see that it's spewing and flowing
Spewing.
and adhering if
I'm
necessary,
going
if
to be able to play
appropriate to
Minecraft at
different
such a
surfaces.
high FPS.
Smoke should behave like smoke, fire should behave like fire. In order
Hey
to
man,
put all of
Minecraft
that
is
into
CPU
VR,
heavy.
an enormous amount of computation is necessary.
It chews your CPU up.
Well, we've been developing this engine now for quite a long time. It's been incorporated into major game engines all over the world. Today we're announcing something really, really important. This body of work, representing 500 engineering years in our company, today is available, all of it, in DX12. DX12 gives us the opportunity to put this engine in the hands of developers all over the world, and it'll run on any platform that is DX12 compatible. If it has a credible DX12 system, this engine will now run on
You
it.
need Windows 10.
By
for
unifying
DX12.
Is Xbox One
rendering,
use DirectX 12?
simulation in VR and putting it on
Yeah, I
every
wanna say
DX12
yes.
platform.
It's
It does.
basically
We
a
can lift,
Windows
and we
clone,
hope that
isn't
we
it?
can
Like a
inspire
stripped down
Yeah.
version of
future
Windows.
games like you've never seen before. So today,
Windows,
Windows
10 is
10.
now
we're
mandatory,
announcing
I
the
guess.
NVIDIA
Yep.
GameWorks
Already
library and
was. They're
engines
already
will
trying to
be
get everyone to get it.
available on DX12. I want to thank all the engineers that worked so hard to make this possible. Thank you.
Half-Life 3 DirectX 12.
That would be something, man. They did announce it.
We also introduced
That'd be
two
awesome.
updates.
That'd be hilarious.
As you saw earlier in the cinematic movie, cinematic images, rendering water is really, really hard. Water is made up of a whole bunch of molecules. Molecules interact with each other. Sometimes it's more viscous, sometimes it's more liquid. It flows, it interacts with objects, things boil on top of it. And
Time
as you know,
fluid simulation.
water is really, really beautiful, and it's very hard to do.
You're very hard
The
to
technique
do.
used for doing that is called smooth particle hydrodynamics. Basically, every single molecule, depending on the size that we choose, and the size that we choose would allow you to enjoy it more realistically or otherwise. The size that we choose would interact with all of the other water molecules around it. And it sloshes around, things float on top of it, and heavy
Dude,
things will
nearly
sink to the bottom,
20,000 people watching
and light
this
things
now.
will float on top. And every time you use it,
Wow.
if you simulate it properly, your video game comes alive. You basically have a pool of water in front of you. For viscous liquids, it's a great algorithm. And it's the same algorithm that you see people use in films.
Did they do
For expanding
Moana?
gases, we use a
Because they
slightly
used an
different
image from it
algorithm. There
before.
we use an adaptive
Because
spot
the water-
animated movie
grid
with
Yeah.
The
in order
Rock.
to simulate the smoke.
Yeah,
I'm not
because the
sure.
water in that
Each one of
looked
these
really
little
great.
voxels
So I'm wondering
will
if
contain
they
some
use
fuel.
this technology.
That fuel, the voxel would be moving in a particular direction. There might be some pressure element
I
associated
haven't
with
seen
it.
that
where
movie yet. I want
the,
to see
the
it.
gas
Is
is
it on
expanding
Netflix?
very quickly.
Apparently it's good. No, I only
Maybe
just
it's fire,
it was
maybe
only
it's
just at the
smoke.
movies a couple
There's a
months ago.
shadow element
Well,
associated
here,
with that voxel.
probably in the
As you can
States
see,
6 months
these are
before
very
us.
complicated
So.
algorithms that we now have to simulate in order to deliver a real-time experience completely in real time, simulate the physics, and then rendering it beautifully so that we can enjoy it while we interact with all the characters and the environment around us. And so why don't we take a look at that? The first one that we'll look at is smooth particle hydrodynamics. And,
Nice. Yeah.
well, let's see.
Nice.
That
Wow.
looks amazing.
This is all completely in
Whoa,
real
the
time, you
game's gonna
guys,
be
and it's
so
just running
real.
in DX12 and is running on top of one of our GPUs, our Pascal
Holy
GPUs.
crap.
And every time you enjoy
Oh man.
it, it's a little different.
And look,
You could drop whatever you want
Really?
into
changes
it.
it into a bunch
And
of
if it's heavy,
balls.
it sinks to the bottom. If
Yeah.
it's soft, it floats to the top. It could be foamy. It could be
Oh
made of
my
wood, it could be
god.
made of
This is why
plastic.
you need a new...
Yeah.
We could squirt more water into it.
Wow.
I can hear
Or
some
after we
dude in the
simulate
background.
it using a supercomputing algorithm called SPH.
Really?
We can then render it.
Yeah, I can hear
Look
the...
how
Somebody said
beautiful it
switch.
is.
Somebody
Yeah.
said switch.
Yeah. Dude.
Nintendo Switch.
Imagine that in your video games now.
Oh man.
And we let it out.
That's for
Okay.
Half-Life 3. That's for
All
Half-Life
right, so
3.
first, SPH.
Because remember when Half-Life 2 came out, the
fluid
water looked
simulation,
amazing
liquid
for the
simulation.
time?
Now let's take a look at smoke.
Yeah, they've been waiting on
They've
this.
been waiting for
Well,
water
smoke is
upgrades.
What you're looking at here is our voxel grid, adaptive voxel grid simulator. And this is a fire that is inside an Unreal Engine.
Oh
And
wow.
notice the
that looks
fire
pretty
is
nice.
hot on the bottom and it turns into smoke. Some of the things that you're looking at with the smoke is really quite exciting. It's never been done before. This is smoke that's doing
Hey,
self-shattering.
burned.
And that's why when the smoke goes up, it just doesn't turn gray, but you could see the soft shadows, and it just
Yeah.
it even makes smoke look beautiful. And because everything is completely real time, it's interacting with the environment, and you can see that it's
Makes you
lighting
wonder what games are
properly
gonna look like in like
in this.
10
Uh,
years or
Exactly.
20 years.
Yeah,
In
I'm just
fact,
reading in the chat.
fire-
That guy had a good point in the chat
the
who's
fire's a
saying
living,
how
breathing
10
fire.
years ago, demos
And so
like
you
that
would
were
expect that if you
pre-rendered.
were to,
They did that on the
um,
spot.
well, throw
Because you
something
heard
at
them
it.
talking in the background. Oh, do this. Oh, nice.
Real time.
Look at that.
So they're
Wow.
doing this in real time, and
Yeah.
and
That
the
all
video
day.
card is rendering this.
That's a
And
whole
it's
game all by
probably the
itself.
1080, yeah. No.
Nah, it don't have a, you know, friggin'
And notice the
Five arrows
gigantic
on.
yeah,
bullets. When
bunch
it
of
hits that
quadros
plate
in
the back,
SLI.
it collides and it behaves according to the laws of physics, and we can make that giant plate heavy, and so that it's harder to make it move, or we can make it lighter. So
Yeah,
that
I want to
it
know
moves
what the
more
fraps
easily,
are on this,
and
bro.
everything is all lit.
Where's the
properly.
fraps counter?
And the material that is on top of it looks like real wonderfully, beautifully shaded material. And the fire is completely interacting with it. And so why don't we shoot one more into it, and let's do a bullet time or something.
Bullet time. Here we go.
What do you guys think about that?
Dude.
Awesome.
That's great, guys. Good job. Good job. We could be here all night.
Gosh.
I wanna see
All
more
right,
of these
ladies and gentlemen,
animations.
we're announcing the world's new screensaver.
Yeah, hell yeah. The screensaver we can shoot stuff through flames.
Yeah, you
Hell
want
yeah.
that, right?
Screensaver
Isn't that
engine.
amazing? That's incredible. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. This is where supercomputing meets computer graphics. Supercomputing meets computer graphics. Now, the thing that's really quite special, and the reason why it's taken us so long to make this possible, is because the GPU now has to do simulation a little bit, computer graphics a little bit, simulation a little bit, computer graphics a little bit, and we now have to unify rendering and simulation into one application. This is now running on top of DX12.
Dual GPU 1080.
DX12 running on top of a Pascal GPU using the DX12 architecture of asynchronous compute allows us to now interleave computer graphics and computation into one workload. As a result, we can do rendering, and all of the work that we've done with advanced rendering and all of the work that we've done with physics simulation can now come together on top of one engine, and we can deliver this result and this effect all completely through DX12 on, in this case, what you saw earlier was Unreal Engine 4. All of this has now been put in place so that game developers can take.
Oh, what happened?
Oh no. Rip.
What happened? No.
Oh man.
What?
Somebody pulled the plug.
Yeah. Someone accidentally pressed go up, stop the stream. Stop streaming on OBS. Fail. Fail.
Wow.
Refresh the page, see if that does anything.
1080 canceled. Dang.
1080 cancel.
People are freaking out.
Yeah.
Rip 1080 Ti. Man, we were seeing some cool shit too.
Yeah, that
Hopefully he's
water.
still in the middle of his presentation right now.
Yeah, damn it.
Aw.
There was a fire. There was a fire at the place. Someone typed that in. That water animation, that was really amazing.
He's probably showing some real good stuff right now.
Yeah, missing
And
it.
we can't see it. That water animation is awesome though.
#1 gaming graphics card.
Dude,
Something
it's
new
still live
that
on their
is
website.
faster than Titan X.
Dude, yeah. It's
let's
still
see. What is
Here
the
we go.
website? Or how do you get to it?
Something new.
GeForce.com.
Let's
Yes.
call it the ultimate.
It's okay, Twitch.
ultimate
I've got it.
GeForce.
It's really dodgy
ultimate
quality though.
GeForce.
The ultimate GeForce.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive.
Whatever. Oh, and what? Now that's gone down.
No.
No. Now that's gone down. But that was further on than we'd seen.
Dude, oh my god, it's showing the new 1080 Ti.
Oh yes, got it back, got it back.
It's on Ustream. Oh, yep, 1080 Ti. Hey, we missed the talk about it.
Yeah, 1080. I see it.
Now it went
Of
down
course.
on this. What's it back up on?
I had to refresh the page and it's back there now.
GeForce GTX 10
Man, I'm
Nah.
missing it.
It's down again, down again. Oh,
That
TI.
sucks,
Oh, no.
man, we're missing everything about it.
I'm gonna turn the quality down. I'll turn it down to 720. See if that helps.
the ultimate GeForce.
The ultimate GeForce, guys.
1080 Ti, 3,584 CUDA cores. 11
Chat back
up.
gigabytes of
Man, no, it went down. He was talking about the
Damn
good
it.
specs, man. It sounded awesome. 11 gigabytes per second of memory, dude.
Yeah, I just have to keep refreshing the page.
What the heck?
To back up on Twitch. What? Come on.
11 gigs. Comes with 11 gigs, dude.
Here we go. You just have to keep refreshing the... Yeah, 11 gigs.
Wow, 11
Well,
gigs.
let's take a look at this.
3.
Why 11 gigabytes per
Damn it. They must have internet issues where they are.
Man.
Who is streaming that? View it on Ustream.
11 gigs. Wow. Dang.
Oh.
resolution is getting higher. The number of render buffer is increasing. The
Mm.
special effects is growing year after year after year. The
Yeah.
video games just getting more and more beautiful.
What's a weird
So this
number
year-
though? 11. Why 11?
To
Yeah,
introduce
7 12.
The next generation.
Why not go
play-in
12, like an even
so
number?
that you're ready to enjoy
Watch
video
Dogs 2
games
at 5K.
with next generation games.
Where are you
next
getting the
generation
comments?
monitors. We introduced the 1080 Ti with 11.
No, that was a
gigabytes
real
of memory.
thing.
Now, when
Watch
you take
Dogs
a
2
look
at
at
5K is what they're talking about.
history,
Oh, okay,
it
I'm a
would
bit behind you.
suggest that very shortly we're going to need 11 gigabytes. These are some examples of games that
5K. Who
we've seen over the
plays
years.
at 5K
You've got
though?
Total War, you've got Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto.
They're talking
and
about like
year
the
after
future.
year after
You're
year,
going to
the
need all this
sex.
RAM.
Watchdog 2. Watchdog 2 is nearly 8 gigabytes all by itself today. At 5K, that would be nearly 11 gigabytes. And that gives you a sense of one of the reasons why we decided to put so much memory into this new
I would have just went 12,
graphics
man.
card. The second reason is,
Oh, it went
second
down
question is,
again.
how did it get
It's
so
ridiculous.
fast?
Mine's still
How
there.
is it possible? 1080 is
Yeah.
35
Must be years buffering.
Yeah, they got internet issues.
from before. How is it possible?
No,
What do you say?
Down again.
Damn it, I missed the chat. 35% faster than one.
on.
Of the frame buffer is nearly 500
There-
gigabytes
There's
per
people
second.
saying on Facebook.
It is incredibly fast. 11 gigabits per second. G5X, brand new memories, just available now. However, there are two techniques that we
1080
use,
Ti
architectural
supercharged.
capabilities inside Pascal, that has made the performance
Supercharged?
unreasonably high. A lot of people have asked us, how is it possible that Pascal is so performant? Well, there were two technologies we invented to amplify the bandwidth.
Dropped again.
To amplify the bandwidth.
We're talking about, man, talking about good stuff. But we can't hear it. Dude, it's
Same
almost half
as
as
if the
fast as
bandwidth
the
of the frame
1080,
buffer
man. I
has
mean, half
been boosted.
faster.
Yeah.
The second technique is called
40%
tiling.
faster.
This is the first time we've ever talked about
That's crazy.
this
Yeah,
brand
I'm
new
on the Facebook
capability
now.
of rendering. Basically, what we do
Is it working?
is that we take the frame buffer, take
Yeah.
the screen, and we break it up into a whole bunch of small tiles. And whenever we render into that tile, the geometry, and as you know, when you're rendering three-dimensional
The reason why it looks
graphics,
3D
the reason
is
why it looks
because
3D,
Whoa, I'm
objects
hearing it
that are-
twice.
objects that are further away are occluded. And so likely what happened is
it switches back up.
drawing into
the objects
it,
are
Switches
rendering,
back
the
up.
pixels are rendered over and over again. And when you have translucency and when you have smoke
Stick-
or
I'll
atmospheric
stick with
effects or
Twitch.
special lighting effects, that pixel is rendered
Oh,
many
they've
times.
lost all
It's in
their
fact
Twitch
read
people.
back several times and blended
Dude.
with the next pixel.
They
as
had
it's
over
read
20,000. It's down to
back into the frame
1,800.
buffer. Now, if
Dang.
we could figure out a way to put all of that on chip, then we can render at a much higher rate. And the reason for that is because the clock speed of the chip is over a gigahertz
He's
and a
saying it's
half,
faster than the Titan X.
whereas the frame buffer is limited in bandwidth. And so
Dude,
we could do that
if it's
on
faster
chip
than a
with
Titan
a
X,
tiling cache.
you got all those
The
Titan
tiling
X
cache
guys
made
are
it
going to be
possible for us
pissed.
to boost our bandwidth even further. And it depends on what application we're rendering. But if there's a lot of
How much
translucencies or a lot
memory
of
does the Titan
smoke
X
or a lot
Pascal
of
have?
alpha blending, the
Put
depth
it at
of
12,
is very
doesn't it?
high.
I
Is
know.
that 12? That's
Then
probably why they
the
didn't put it at
tiling
12.
cache
Then.
works even
Yeah,
Right under the
possibly.
Titan
We've
X.
effectively, between the bandwidth, compression, and tiling cache, effectively more than doubled
Yeah,
the raw
12.
bandwidth
That's why they didn't
that
go
we see
12.
from already a
Yeah.
super fast memory.
Ah,
Now
that's
let's
what
take a
they've
look
done.
at 1080 Ti
That's what they've
in
done.
action. But before,
So
let me just
the
describe
memory
what I'm
speed
showing.
on the Titan X is only 10 gigabits.
Last year,
So the memory speed on this is 11.
last year in May,
So they had a
with the
bit
launch
less
of 1080,
memory but have faster
we
memory
used
speeds.
this character study from
Nice.
Epic.
I'm
They're just
hearing it twice for
incredible
some
at
reason.
computer graphics.
The
And
Twitch is back up.
Artistry
That's why.
that they have is just really quite
But
wonderful.
I only have
And so
Twitch
we
up.
chose this
It's weird.
Paragon character study
Weird.
as the topic, as the
Why
demo
am I hearing it
for a
twice?
1080
Let me
because
see.
it pushed the limits of any graphics card. And 1080 could barely deliver a performance, if you recalled, that didn't drop frames every now and then on a 60 hertz monitor. And this particular image, this particular demo, uses physically accurate rendering of materials. The skin is rendered beautifully with subsurface scattering. So many different lights to create the effect of global illumination. The shadows are beautiful. The amount of geometry is just extraordinary. All of it turned into an incredibly great test
Now it's
for
a price.
the state-of-art
Now it's a
computer
price.
graphics. Now, what you're going to see is Paragon, the Paragon viewer, the character viewer, and it's going to be running basically
EDDR
silky
5X.
It's 35% faster than what you saw last year on a 1080, and I'll tell you a bit more about it.
35%.
But just take it in,
Nice.
how beautiful it is.
That's a big upgrade
with
from my
something
From a
that is
1080.
though.
literally silky smooth.
Well, it'd be more than that for you because the 1080 was
Yeah.
better than
So that's almost a 100% upgrade for me, man.
that. Lols. The frames on this is pretty, unless they're meant to have it like that. Yeah. 5. Yeah. We're seeing it at like 5 frames a second.
Smooth as fuck.
Lag. They're announcing the new Arrow TV series. Lols.
The FPS is fine.
They're saying Facebook is smoother.
Yeah. It's Twitch, I think. People are saying. Smooth down.
Nice. It wasn't so laggy though.
Wow. Is that amazing?
Yeah, it's like the frames per second is pretty low.
well over 100
Yeah,
frames
it's just
per
a
second.
Twitch stream.
Well over 100.
5% faster.
Not
than
on not on
1080 Ti.
Twitch.
Beautiful shaders, depth of field effects, beautiful lighting, wonderfully shadowed, great special effects with depth of field. It looks so beautiful, so silky smooth. This is the way computer graphics ought to be. So
Clearly. Well, you're inventing it.
let me no, wait. So the question is, what were we running at? Can you show us?
Did they
All right, just now, that's
GPU clock?
we're
Memory clock.
cooking along at
66.
2 gigahertz.
2
And
gigahertz.
the temperature of the card is 66 degrees C.
Nice.
This is out of the box GTX 1080 Ti stock cooler. One of the things that we did was we improved the power delivery system of this 250 amp card with its 7-phase switching power supply. The current that we deliver
Oh,
is
far
very
out.
stable. And the second thing that
They
we
need to
did
fix
was
their
we
friggin'
improved the
internet.
cooler so that we can now have.
Don't they have Google Fiber in San
And as a
Francisco?
result, the engineering of this graphics card makes it super overclockable. Coming out of the box, the stock out of the box, 1080 Ti is 35% faster
That's stock,
than
bro. It's
1080.
not
The
overclocked.
stock out of the
Dang.
box is faster than
Yeah.
a Titan X. And this
I would get so
is
much
another, if we
improvement.
go back, what is stock out of the box?
Stock out of the box. Oh, come on. And
This
buffering.
is stock out of the box, faster than a Titan X, and with
Oh, he just said faster
the
than the Titan
overclocking
X, dude.
headroom
Yeah, but which
that we
one?
provide, you can get another
Yeah.
15, 18, 20%. Isn't that amazing, guys?
We can get another
Dude.
20%.
Titan X.
Dang.
Yeah, Titan X is obsolete again.
Thank you. The ultimate
They had a good
GeForce
9 months.
1080 Ti,
Bro, they had 9 months.
35% faster than 1080.
Yeah. See, it's got.
Faster than Titan X,
Yep.
and then overclocked just now to over 2 gigahertz with an out-of-the-box stock fan.
It's the same amount of CUDA cores as the
Faster
Titan
than
X.
Titan
They haven't
X.
even stripped back
And
the
all
CUDA
that-
cores.
all of that
Dang.
for $6.99.
Oh my god. Yes.
$6.99.
Oh, that's a hell of a deal.
And
No way. Oh. Frickin', where's
Oh
Facebook?
my
Where's
God.
Facebook?
Everybody's tripping out.
Facebook / what is it? And
Everybody's tripping out.
where's the Facebook page?
Fuck me sideways. Oh, shit. Next week. It's coming out next week. Is he going to talk about a 980 Ti upgrade maybe?
now, guys, this is not just an announcement. We are in full production.
Yeah, it's smooth
1080
as on
Ti,
Facebook.
in fact, is
Yeah.
all around you. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we now let all of you enjoy 1080 Ti. We have a whole bunch of PCs built up. We have VR sets built up. You can enjoy 1080 Ti right now tonight. And so I hope all of you hang around so that we can all hang out together and play with the latest, the best,
Play with it.
the ultimate GeForce. Thank you all for coming.
I told you it was going to be better than Titan X, dude.
So what was it? $6.99.
$6.99, dude.
Yeah, it'll be
I
it'll
said
still
it.
be $1,000 here,
Oh my god, man, that's crazy.
dude.
I'm about to sell my old
I
card.
forgot how that went.
Coming
Yeah,
out
I know,
next
I
week.
understand.
There you go, guys. There you go.
$6.99 broke the stream. Wow.
Wow. So there you go. $6.99 next week. It beats
That's
a
impressive.
Titan X. It's better than a Titan. Is that the first time a Ti is better than the Titan?
I think
Because
I'm not
last
sure if
year
the
it
780
wasn't.
Ti or the 980 Ti.
980
Well,
wasn't.
780 Ti was as fast, if not just right around there.
Because I remember the 980
one.
distinctly because the 980 Ti was 8%
Dude,
less performance for 33% less the price.
It's-
So price per
it's half
performance
the-
was better. But this is
it's
ridiculous.
half the price of a freaking Titan XP, man.
Yeah, it's half the price of better performance. Well, they have
How
to.
are they gonna
They're
sell
getting
Titan XPs now?
they're getting scared of AMD. Like AMD's stuff is
They know AMD has something.
exactly.
They know AMD has something with the Vega probably.
Well, AMD
So I don't know
AMD
if I
has
should
had
push
something. AMD has had something ever since they released the RX 480. At the price range
Yeah,
they
that
had
one
it,
was good.
the price to performance that they were putting out really sent shockwaves to Nvidia.
Man,
Man, exciting. Don't know if I'd get one, but because it's like I'm saying, with my PC, my CPU is the bottleneck. So if I'm going to upgrade graphics card, I need a whole
Dude.
new PC. I need a whole new
you need a
PC.
Ryzen and a freaking 1080 Ti. Dang, that'd be a beast setup.
Hmm. Yeah, $699. Hey.
Or you can get a 1080 for $499. That's a good deal, man.
Yeah.
Until you don't know, Vega's right around the corner, Q2.
No, it shouldn't be over $1,000. Some guy's saying over 1,000 in Australian. It shouldn't be, because if I do the currency conversion now, $699 only works out to be $912. So it'll be $999 because of importing and markup and all that stuff. So it'll be it has like if it's more than 1,000 Australian dollars, then you'll get some pretty angry people. Yeah, if that's the thing, if the 1080's price dropped, let's check out their website, see if they say.
Yeah, he was talking about the Titan XP because he wouldn't talk about the old one because
Yeah,
the
that's
1080 is
true.
already faster than that.
I wonder if the Titan X price will drop too.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is how they're going to sell any Titan XPs.
Get this.
I mean, that's crazy. 11
Yeah, it's still
gigabytes, man.
it's still
12
$699
gigabytes per second.
It's still $699 on their website, the 1080.
Wow.
So if that drops down to $499, my question is what's the 1070 gonna cost? What's the price for the 1070?
1070 should, I don't know, should drop another $50 to $100, I would think.
It's $450 cheaper than the 1080, and the 1080's dropped $200. So this has to at least drop $100.
1080 dropped $200?
Yeah, it went from $699 to $499 because the 1080 Ti is slotting into that $699 price point. So the 1070 needs to then drop because you're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to.
A shit ton of 1080s are going up on eBay right now.
Yeah. You're not going to sell a 1070 for $50 less than a 1080. There's no way.
Yeah, that's true.
It has to drop at least $100, which would then drop the 1060. What do you reckon the 1060 would drop to? You reckon $249? It's $299. It could drop to $249 or even $199.
Wow, dude.
If the 1080's dropping 200, yeah, they're scared, which is good. This is what I love about AMD getting better. AMD steps up its game, puts out really good stuff, and then Nvidia gets scared and they've got to compete. But what we'd seen over the 9 series and even the 7 series was Nvidia was untouchable. So it could just sell you whatever and you had to buy it because it was selling the best product.
Yeah.
But now they're getting scared because it's the Vega stuff. Yeah. It's exciting times. It's definitely exciting times.
It's gonna be almost double the performance of my 980 Ti. Is what's impressive.
Well, let's have a look.
And 90 Ti is a beast, dude.
Well, it's 35% more performance than the 1080.
That's
said.
the stock. That's not with the aftermarket. That's not an aftermarket one.
Yeah. So where's?
I don't know if they're going to do Founders Edition again. I hope not, because I'm not buying that. But I'll wait for the aftermarket ones.
So this says the 1080. What about? So it's saying the 1080 is 3 times more performance on the 980. And VR performance based on. Yeah, so they're saying, oh, it's 3 times the VR experience, but let's see what the. Oh no, that's just performance. Okay. So you're seeing an average of 2 times the performance from the 980 to the 1080. So you're going to see around that from the 980 Ti to the 1080. Double.
Wow.
Oh, what? Did that price just change? $549. I just had this up.
Yeah, it's $549 now. Did the price change?
I thought it was meant to be $499. 1080 now.
Is that in your area though?
No,
Or is it not?
it shouldn't be. It says ENUS. It doesn't say Australia. Change. Because it's definitely not that cheap here. I could show you what prices are here. So this is my local computer shop.
It says $549.
My local.
Why does it say
computer shop.
$549 and not $499?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Here we go. Graphics card. So this is my local shop. All these prices are in Australian dollars. Watching the stream. See what
Yeah,
a
I'm watching
1080
it.
cost. Let's look at your standard. What sort of
Maybe that's just from their website. Maybe aftermarket's going to be $499 or something.
So yeah, your 1080 is $1,000 card now. So so you can get a 1080. Look at this, for the Win Edition 1080 here for $979. EVGA aftermarket. So
$899 one there.
The 1080 Ti should slip into this price point. Where's the 890?
It's up top if you go back.
Yeah, what
So
brand is that?
$799.
What brand is this? Gainwood Phoenix, never heard of it.
$899 is the Zeus up there, man. Up top.
That looks like a stock Nvidia cooler where they've just renamed it Zeus. So yeah, like I was saying, it should slip right into this price point because that's what it's doing in the States. It's slipping into the $699 price point. It should slip into the either the $999, I'm assuming, and then you'll probably have cheaper cards than. So if the Nvidia card goes in at $999, you'll get other brands like Asus and that competing and making cheaper ones. But I mean, I'm pretty keen for EVGA when it comes to graphics cards. Bit of a fan.
That's what I got right now.
Yeah, that's what I've got. You can see it in the background.
There's EVGA is supposed to have some new cooling too.
The ACX
it's supposed to be really good. They got a new one though. They just got a brand new system like a week ago. It's an
This
upgraded
card.
one. Let me see.
Pixie does
It's
that look.
called.
So they just for the Founders Edition, they just use the stock Nvidia cooler. Do they have to do that for Founders cards?
It blows out the back instead of in the case.
So yeah, that's my argument. Is it should be $9.99, just because of the price point that the 1080 is right now, and then the 1080 should drop. If it's dropping 200 in the States, this should be dropping like 250 or something. East here. I mean, I'm saying it should, but who knows? People, computer shops and stuff like to charge money.
How many teraflops did you say it was?
11.
Probably the same.
Think. Got saying in there.
You're not going to be able to find a 1080 Ti, man. They're going to be sold out.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited though because it's making everything else cheaper. That's really. I'm excited for the competition. Competition's where it's at. Keep the market competitive. Yeah.
Ultimate. Yeah, I thought it would be beat the Titan X. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was, dude. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to beat the Titan X. Yeah, imagine EVGAs like For the Wind or their super clocked versions of the 1080 Ti's.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
That'd be crazy.
ICX or the hybrid probably, or one of those two, and super clocked edition. That's what I'm gonna wait on.
You should mail me your 980 Ti. That's cool. That was exciting.
Sell it.
There was definitely some issues with the stream, which was annoying. But in recap, it was obviously it was a 1080 Ti announcement. They showed off some really cool technology. The water stuff is what impressed me the most. Really, the flames was cool, but the new water rendering stuff, the particle rendering for water. Oh my god, it looks so good. But yeah, so they're saying it's around 35% more performance than a 1080.
20% overclocking headroom.
Wow.
So 55% if you're gonna overclock. Super clock will probably be like at 45%.
And the Moan has specs. Oh yeah, okay. Deleted them. Here's the specs. Bum bum bum. Here we go. And this is compared to. I'll chuck the specs up, hey? Here we go. Yeah, so that's what I said. They only have 11 gig of GDDR5, but they don't have the bandwidth on here. They don't show you the memory bandwidth, do they?
That's old, ain't it?
Because the memory bandwidth of the Titan X is 10 gigabit, and the memory bandwidth of the 1080 Ti is 11. So price launch. That's the price is really what is the most exciting thing for me.
Yeah, because that was incredible. I didn't expect it that low, to be honest. I was hoping that was my hope, $699. But I wasn't expecting. I was thinking $899. You know, 1,000.
I wasn't expecting the same CUDA core count. Because usually the Titan the Ti is slightly less CUDA core, so they'll but they're obviously keeping the exact same chip. So it's the same chip as the Titan X by the looks. Same GPU number, which is usually the same, but they strip down the CUDA cores. Same transistors, chip size is the same. And it's just got different base clock, higher base clock. Yeah. So really all they've done is fiddle with memory by the looks. Memory capacity, like, I don't know. Let's have a quick read. Yeah, so it's got higher clock speeds. So it's basically a Titan with slightly higher clock speeds. Man, yeah. So it's 11 gigabit bandwidth on the memory, and the Titan X is only 10. So that's going to give you more performance. You'll be able to clock it to 2 gigahertz because that's what they showed you. They showed you one of them clocked at 2 gigahertz.
Let me see what we got going on here.
So that's pretty nice. Thanks, Tone the Moan, for sending me this link. Yeah, I mean, the stream had issues. That was annoying, but we got through those, I guess. Had issues with the stream, but other than that, it's good. I was impressed, super impressed.
Yep, that was fun. And the water was cool. 7 out of 10.
The water was definitely cool. Let's see if I can find the Nvidia. Did this come out? No. 1080 Ti. Wonder if any of their demos are up. They won't be up yet. No, they haven't put any of their demos up yet. Because that was what was cool, was that water demo. But it really, like, just looking at the base stats, it really looks like they've got the Titan X. They're crapping their pants because AMD's promising stuff. They go, oh, okay, let's instead of starting from scratch, sort of like what they do, instead of stripping down the Titan X, let's just take the Titan X, give it more memory bandwidth, higher clock speed, and lower the price. That's what it looks like just from reading the specs. Yeah. Because it's got a higher clock speed, same chipset, same amount of CUDA cores. They didn't take any CUDA cores out. That's what's interesting. But I thought Tonemo says the water is DirectX 12, but GFX cards can utilize, provided people make games with it using Unreal Engine. But isn't it? I thought it was Nvidia Games Works was where they developed it, and then they've I don't know, partnered with DirectX 12 or something, because they had the Games Works logo there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just a noob. Yeah, looks like Nvidia might be doing their talk after the show thing. Here we go. They've got the talk show on. Do we want to watch that?
And the stat that I heard was
check out the talk show.
Oh, they got something going on right now?
Yeah, so they got their after show talk show.
By comparison, mobile games was I think 30%, and consoles was somewhere around 20%. So hardware is getting cheaper and better, and it's able to handle future stuff.
Well, that's technology.
That's technology for you, right?
That's the same thing with the 1080 buying in a month. You know, you wait like a month later, the next big thing comes out. That's what happens.
But also,
yeah,
there's going to be more for it too. Like it feels like it's nice. It feels like basking in the sunlight now as a PC gamer.
It does, yes. It really does. I mean, I've been PC gaming for an extremely long time. I
Yes.
mean, I do gaming of all type, but PC gaming is like, you know, my bread and butter. As much as I love.
I was definitely impressed by those
That's really bad. You should not ever
the
be
demos they did. That water looked great.
But no, I thoroughly enjoy it. But
What are these
Yeah,
guys
I
just
like
chatting about?
the fire was the most realistic fire I've seen in the game.
Yeah.
In real time, anyways.
It actually looked out of place in that Unreal Engine render. It looked out of place from the rest of everything because it looked more realistic than the rest of the environment that it was in.
Yes, go ahead. Have a
Yeah.
seat.
So
Oh, hi there.
that was interesting.
How you doing? All right. Hi guys. What's going on?
Everyone has okay, yeah. DirectX 12 works both
Eat
ways.
addiction.
But did they develop the? Did Nvidia develop the actual
I'm Elohim.
water part? Is that what he was saying? That they developed the technology
Similar to me, but they're a little bigger, more important.
and like as in the Nvidia team developed that water technology and have given it to DirectX 12. Is that how it's worked? So that everyone can utilize it, but they're the ones that, because it sounded like to me he was saying, "Oh, these are our new technologies we've worked on." Before he went on to the card, he was saying, "Oh, we've just worked on these new technologies. Here's the water and the fire stuff." That's
Yeah,
really,
it's Nvidia's because they wouldn't show just the demo for Unreal, I wouldn't think.
even though it's going to be available to everyone through DirectX 12, they're the one that have developed it. That's what it's came across like to me, but
We'll have to, maybe we can get that. I mean, I hope it was.
Yeah, he said something about they have their own engine or whatever at Nvidia.
I hope not.
yeah.
So they developed these.
Oh, right. So it
animations or
sounded like
whatever.
that, but everyone worked on it. Okay, fair enough. So they just talked themselves up. Nvidia just talked themselves up. Look what we've done. Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, other companies who are actually helping them with it.
That was the monitor and the tower all in one.
Oh,
Like it wasn't
Power
even
Mac.
separate.
I had a
Yeah,
Power
like
Mac,
Power
yeah.
Mac.
Man, this card.
These guys are
will
just
last you for
lame.
a while.
Seriously.
Art of War and all these old games, okay? And to see where it's at today is literally insane. Like,
Yeah, these guys are lame. But yeah, I really think what I got out of that was they're scared of AMD. AMD has really
Yeah,
made them scared, so they've
that's
dropped the
what's
price
too.
for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's good. Competition's great.
They're trying to sell these 1080 Ti's before the Vegas come out. $499 and beat the 1080 Ti's. I
Oh,
imagine.
so Vega has prices? Have a look at some of the Vega
The
stuff.
speculation. 400.
Vega. Vega rumors? Rumors? Let's look at the Vega rumors. They would have shown real-time rendering if they... True. So let's see what Vegas stuff. What's the rumors? Not really much. When's the Vega
Q2 is when it's coming out. Which is this summer, huh?
Yeah, I thought they did the yeah, I thought that's what I thought too. The water was rendered on in real time because watching the stream, we could hear them talking in the background. They didn't turn off some channel that they were talking on, and you could hear them go, "Oh, wait till he cues this," and then they cued it or something. It's pretty funny. I'm trying to look at what Vega stuff is actually out there. Titan X can do that already. Yeah, I still feel you kind of do feel sorry though for Titan X people.
Yeah, but can you really feel sorry for them? Because I mean, they have a bunch of money.
Yeah, well,
they had enough money to buy it.
It's true. If they got enough money to, but it's like you've got a card that's 8 months old, and it's already outdated by something underneath it in the product, in the market. So it's not like it's been outdated by something in the same price range. It's been outdated by something half the price almost. Because
Yeah.
it's 1,200 US for a Titan X. It's 699 for a 1080 Ti. You know what I mean? So it's not like 9 months later it's been outdone by another $1,200 card. It's 9 months later it's been outdone by a 699 card. That's really what'll hit them.
If I would have bought a Titan X Pascal, and I watched this, my heart would have sank. Like I would have felt bad.
Yeah, so that's interesting. It was exciting. But yeah, so that's basically all we were doing. We're watching the stream, just chatting about it, making it more exciting. You could read the chat and talk along with it. Thanks to Tone the Moan for helping me out with some links, giving us some more info. I think we'll call it a stream, hey?
Cool.
We might go back, play some more Revelations.
The game hasn't impressed me, but it hasn't let me. I mean, I wouldn't say let me down.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It's just I don't know. Similar.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Not sure if they document the double floating point. So Titan X still has something that they don't. Okay.
Oh, then that's a big thing because
Yeah.
Double floating point precision, what he's talking about, helps like speed up things a lot.
Yeah.
Or do a lot faster. And I guess maybe that's why it's priced that way.
Yeah, the 1080
he's
doesn't
not
have
sure
it.
if the 1080 is.
Well, that would make sense. That would make sense if they leave that out, because otherwise the Titan X people would be really pissed then.
Yeah, especially if they're developers and stuff and working with Maya and 3ds Max and stuff.
That's what I was saying. The Titan X really technically isn't a gaming card. It's more of an enthusiast prosumer card. So people that are producing, they play video games, but they also sort of do video rendering, because it's sort of an entry level into your Quattro stuff. If you still want to be a gamer, I don't know. I don't see it as a gaming card, because the price point, it just prices too many gamers out of the market. It's more of an enthusiast thing.
Let me see how much 980 Ti's you're going for on eBay.
You reckon? See.
Let's see how much they go.
Let's see if you reckon they've taken a hit already. 980s, 980 Ti.
All right, 389.99. That's not bad. I doubt I'll sell it for that much though.
There's one here in Australia listed for $6.99.
$250 free shipping. 0 bids. I guess it's starting bid.
Lols. They're already trying to sell their stuff. But yeah, so that's cool.
It's not ATI, does 5K.
Yeah, lols.
Oh shit.
Notice they didn't tell you the frame rate though at 5K to play Watch Dogs 2 at 5K. They didn't tell you the frame rate. You'd assume it'd be 50. I mean 60.
They said 60. It said 5K/60 FPS. I think.
Oh, okay. I thought I only saw 5K.
I think you missed it.
Yeah, because it was stuffing up then too.
Yeah.
They can trade in the 980 Ti direct to Nvidia. Did we miss that?
How?
Did that happen? Because the stream dropped
Did
a
we
few
miss that?
times. Did we miss that?
Because I need to know, because that's very important for me, because I'm about to do that as soon as possible.
Really?
Trading in 980 direct to Nvidia,
Is that the best way to do it?
because I will do that if that's possible.
Let's quickly. Here we go. Oh, it is old news. Apparently. Here's one article. Here's one article. Move that. Nvidia GTX 1080 confirmed 980 Ti owners to enjoy step up program.
Is that official?
Well, this is December last year. This came out.
It says if true, so that's not official.
That's not true. First. Here's today's.
Reselling
This
thing.
is today's.
I think I can get at least $300 for it.
Yeah, if you can do it. Cool. Well, I think that's about all we're gonna do. Watch the stream and make fun of some of the people in the comments. But yeah, we ended up being really impressed. Reap was really impressed. Yeah. I was really impressed, especially the price point. That was the main thing. Price point and the demos. They're the two things that really stood out to me, was the water demo and the price point. What about you, Reap? What's your two favorite bits?
Yeah, I mean, I was totally shocked. I mean, about the price point. I was hoping for something like that, but I didn't think it was remotely possible. You know, because there's nothing out there competing.
I was thinking more like the $7.99 or even the $8.99, but
yeah, I was thinking the same, $8.99,
$6.99.
Yeah.
Good for you. Which it would put it in the 900-ish, $9.99 bracket in Australia. Which, you know, it's pretty good. Well,
so I mean,
I'm gonna wrap this up.
980 Ti for $300. I can get it for, you know, $400. That's not bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that'll last me then another couple of years until the both Ti is announced, or even longer if I have to.
And the mode's like kind of confused now. I got to get Ryzen and Nvidia card. Just wait for Vega. See what Vega says. Just wait for Vega.
Strange.
When's Vega coming out?
Q2.
Second quarter, which, well, it's already March, so what, April, May?
Yeah, a Ryzen with Nvidia. Dang.
Think Vega? I don't know. Why else would they be so competitive with price? Surely Nvidia has inside information. Nvidia will have inside information into what AMD is doing. AMD would have inside information with what Nvidia is doing. They know more about each other than the best news outlets probably do. They're probably in some friendly competition anyway.
It's got HBM2.
Yeah, high bandwidth memory.
It's got, you know, let's see the rumors over here.
Yeah, well, the rumors is HBM2, which, you know, high bandwidth cache. So yeah, I don't know.
For one, I'm almost 100% sure they're going to be cheaper. and I'm almost 100% sure they're going to be as good or better than the 1080.
True, 1080 Ti is 35% faster. At the same price too. That's what's crazy. It mustn't be too much more gaming performance, because that's the thing. With the Titan and the 980, so the original Titan X and the 980 Ti, wasn't there some games where the 980 Ti actually gamed better? Because that's
Yeah,
the
I think
niche.
so.
That's the niche it's trying to do. Whereas the Titan series was and always was more of prosumer stuff. So that's why it's got a bit more of like some of the Quattro stuff, the floating point, the double floating point, those sorts of technologies that gamers have. Like, who needs that when you're playing video games? You know, it's mainly for rendering and all those sorts of things. Rendering that sexy looking water.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. I've been trying to wrap this up for a while. Thanks, Tone the Moan, for joining in, watching and commenting and all that sort of stuff. Thanks to everyone else for watching. We are gonna probably play some games. I'm gonna get some lunch. It's 2:30 p.m. where I am. Yeah, I'm assuming the same too. Tone the Moan. Must have Windows 10 now from now on with the Ryzen and with a 1080 Ti. Everyone's pushing 10. Everyone's pushing Windows 10. So because Microsoft is probably paying them behind the scenes. Here, push our product.
I wanted to stay with Windows 7.
Really?
But yeah, because I liked it a lot.
XP
I
all the
like
way.
8.1.
XP all the way.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the better OS for the time, but Windows 7 was
7 was
pretty
good. Good night from Scotland. Tone the Moan. Good night from Scotland. You totally follow me too. Just saying. Cool. Well, thanks everyone. Goodbye. Bye-bye.